Good morning this morning, our respective and humble viewers. This is Ajiwara.com, a show where we bring you interesting topics about the NYSC scheme. On today's show, we'll be having very important guests. However, the news by Emmanuel.
Good morning this morning. This is Ajuwaya.com bringing you news and updates as regards the NYSC scheme. I am Enonuya Emmanuel. First, the headlines. OAU NYSC discuss improved remuneration for core members. Now the news in full. NYSC Osun State Coordinator Mr. Agbo Ondoma Obim has called for stronger collaboration and improved welfare packages for core members serving at Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. During a courtesy visit to the university management, he commended OAU for its support to the NYSC scheme and praised the integration of core members, especially in the health sector. However, he raised concerns about the disparity in remuneration among core members, citing the case of core doctors who earn higher stipends compared to other professionals in related healthcare. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Adebayo Simeon Bamiwe, appreciated the NYSC leadership for the visit and acknowledged the significant role core members play in the growth of OAU. He assured the coordinator that the university would continue to create an enabling environment for core members to thrive and agreed that core doctors and other professionals deserve better treatment. The Vice Chancellor encouraged the NYSC to formally present its request, pledging that the management would consider them promptly. The meeting featured beautiful discussions and mutual expressions of goodwill, with the Vice Chancellor stressing the need for core members to embrace digital literacy, networking, and sacrifice as integral aspects of the NYSC experience. The university also revealed its intention to retain some core doctors to strengthen its health services, reiterating that OAU values the contribution of core members to its academic and administrative system. Thanks for listening. I am Enonuya Emmanuel. Now we'll move over to Tolulope for the podcast session. You don't want to miss this.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Welcome back to our podcast for today. Our guests are now present on the show. Please join and welcome with me, Balogun Kwam and Father Eru Grace.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so today, the topic we'll be having today is on toxic relationships. The word toxic, I will not lie to you, I'm someone that actually enjoys conversations like these, interactions like this, because there's always something to talk about when it comes to toxic relationships. To me, toxic is bad. There's nothing you want to say about it. Be a bad relationship, be a bad person, as long as the person is toxic, it's bad. So, first of all, I actually want to understand, because I know everybody's understandings are different about toxic relationships. So let me start with you, Kwam. What exactly do you understand by toxic relationships?
Relationships in general are made for people to enjoy the companionship of each other.
Yeah.
So they go into relationships in order to, because they believe that they're going to get benefits from being with the person
Okay.
and it's going to make them a better person. But toxic relationship is just a relationship that would break you instead of building you.
Okay.
So you would just lose yourself. You'll be running that relationship at a loss instead of getting benefits from it.
Okay.
So the toxic person will be the one gaining the most out of that relationship
Yeah.
instead of it being like
Being
a
a partner,
partnership
yeah.
or something like that. Yeah, so that's what I think.
Okay. What about you, Grace? What do you understand by toxic relationship?
Thank you very much. Actually, Kwam said everything.
Yeah.
But then I would say that a toxic relationship is just the opposite of a healthy relationship.
Okay.
If a relationship is healthy, it cannot be toxic.
Mhm.
True.
And if it is toxic, that means it is not healthy.
True.
A toxic relationship entails isolation, hatred,
Definitely.
all sort of negativity. So for now, that is all I can say about toxic relationship.
Thank you. I
Thank
actually
you.
understand that. But to me, like I said, everybody has their definition. To me, it's just harmful in general.
Yeah.
Be the emotional part or the mindset or whatever.
Hmm.
But then there's something I once came across at one point in time. Like there are different news, different stories about people's toxic relationship. And then almost everything that I saw so far, most of them, they were talking about how it was so difficult for them to get out of their toxic relationship when they know that it's harmful to them physically, mentally, emotionally. So Let me start with you, Grace. What exactly, why, or more like, why do you think people find it hard to leave their toxic relationships?
Okay, thank you. One of the reasons I feel most people find it difficult to leave is the benefits, like the benefits, what they gain from the relationship.
Okay.
Some people prefer money. They prefer money to joy in relationships.
Definitely.
When you ask your boyfriend for 50,000 naira, he gives you, but after giving you that 50,000 naira, he slaps you. You wouldn't care about the slap.
So it's like
You prefer you go for the 50,000 naira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because of what
because of
you
what, yeah,
turn a
most of
blind
them,
eye.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they always say that love is blind, but I just tell people that you love with your two eyes open. You can still love,
Definitely.
and your two eyes will still be open to see the errors, the flaws, everything going on in the relationship.
Definitely. So it's like
Yeah.
they are casting out their own like dignity
Dignity,
or
yeah.
their own respect
Just for
just
the
for the
benefits.
money.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. What about you,
I
Kwan?
really appreciate the point that she made because I know some people that are in marriages whereby they feel they still need to be in that marriage because of the benefits that get from that marriage.
Okay.
Because of maybe their children, they don't want to leave that marriage. And
Definitely.
no matter how toxic it is to them. So, but another perspective I would like to point out is that when you are in a relationship, you, like I said, it's for a benefit. You
Yeah.
feel like it's going to be beneficial to you. But the reason people don't leave is because they misunderstand what love is.
Okay.
So they feel like people display or demonstrate love in different ways.
Yeah.
And because they have little experience with love and everything that goes on in a relationship, they feel like, okay, this person is just, that's the way the person is. So
Okay.
they have to try to accept the person the way the person is.
Okay, so because of their like they are not used or familiar to the actual term of love, what they receive from that person is what they think love is.
So it's that misconception. And there's one psychology behind it because there's something they refer to as Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, okay.
So it's something that goes, a relationship that goes on between a captor and his or her captives.
Yeah.
So they feel like that captor or captive is someone that they can still make like they can still relate with.
Okay.
So they lose sight of the fact that they are the captives in that relationship because they feel like that self-harm is nothing compared to
What they are receiving.
so what they are receiving in terms of like recognition or acknowledgement that they didn't get from another place. So I think people just are not able to leave because they feel like it's just something that's other people experience.
Okay, they claim they delude themselves.
Yeah,
They think
exactly.
that's what other people experience.
Yeah.
So why are they?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. You people actually made a valid point because to me now, for instance, I also believe that apart from the money, there's the attention there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's the attention there because the thing is that there are situations in families, for instance, now there are situations where we have, let's say there are three kids in a family.
Mm-hmm.
We have situations where parents either favor one and discard the two, or favor the two and discard the one. So you see, as they are growing up, they didn't receive that attention that they are meant to receive. The love, the attention, everything, they didn't receive it.
Yeah.
So growing up, they lacked all of that. So I believe that because of that, when someone now finally gives them that attention, they will never understand that what they are receiving is actually the opposite of what they're supposed to receive. So because that idea in them, this person is giving me attention, instead of the love that's meant to be in that relationship, it's obsession. The love it literally turns to obsession. So the more you get obsessed with it, the more you delude yourself thinking it's love, and then you keep harming yourself.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Actually, that's actually a very good point. But okay, for instance now, tell me, because to me, I feel like some people don't really understand when they are in a toxic relationship. They don't see the signs. So can you please give me some of the signs you think relates to toxicity?
Like I said, when you asked me about what I understand regarding toxic relationship, I feel toxic relationship, they are there to break you. Like it makes you lose sight of yourself.
Yeah.
So when you see that your partner is dishonest or someone who is very much capable of manipulating you, maybe guilt tripping you,
Or gaslighting.
or gaslighting, or all those things, so that would be of their own benefit.
Yeah.
So and other signs are like maybe they want to always control you, to always display that authoritative capacity that they have over you. They want to own you in a way. So those signs are signs that that you are in a relationship that is not going to benefit you in the long run, even if it's not you are getting some benefits from it in the short term.
Yeah.
So
Because there's a way they can manipulate you in the sense that they cover it with something good,
Yeah,
but with bad intentions.
exactly.
Okay, what about you, Grace? Do you have any like signs that you think are in a toxic relationship? Like signs that, oh, this thing is a toxic relationship.
Yeah, sure. Sure. We have isolation.
Okay.
When you're in a relationship with a toxic partner, he or she, let me use he, I'm a lady. Yeah. So he would not want you to associate with other people. Not this one is not even the matter of a guy or a lady. If you're in a relationship with a toxic partner, he would not want you to talk to a lady, because when you talk to your friend, a
Yeah.
female friend,
Yeah.
another female friend, your first female friend tells you what's going on in a relationship. The second female friend also tells you what's going on in a relationship. Trust me, you would I will now start telling him, okay, my friend told me this yesterday. My friend told me this yesterday, but why is our own not like that? You will feel like me hearing from different people will change my own mentality.
Okay.
And I'll start seeing his manipulative side.
Okay, so like if they start saying that, oh, this one is actually different from a relationship, this one is different,
Yeah.
then they start questioning their own relationship.
Yeah, so we also have fear and tension. Yeah.
Okay.
When you're in a relationship with a toxic partner,
Yeah.
when his call comes in, the fear of what would this say again, you would not want to pick. Then you would be careful of what to tell him, how to talk, what to even wear, because you don't
Because
know
he's the
if
one questioning
yes, because he's the one
everything.
telling you what to wear, who to talk to, where to go to. So the fear and the tension too is there, and that leads to depression, which kills.
That's actually very valid. Actually,
So-
can I ask you a very personal question?
Okay.
You know, this is no offense. Actually, I'm just very curious because, like I said, I like topics like this. So just be honest with me. Have you actually ever experienced a toxic relationship? Like, have you been in one, and you were not the toxic type, or were you the toxic type in the
No,
relationship? Tell
of
me.
course not. So I've not exactly experienced a toxic relationship. I mean,
Okay.
a toxic romantic relationship. But I have experienced a toxic relationship that's, toxic relationships, especially the ones that are not exactly romantic. They
Yeah.
have similarities with the ones that are romantic.
Yeah.
So it's just one thing I would say I can use to, as an example in this case is that I was giving much more energy than I was being
Receiving.
appreciated for.
Okay.
So I was putting enough energy because I wanted to do a good job in that
Yes.
particular relationship with the person.
Actually.
But because the person is not the kind to appreciate, so they feel like, okay, I have authority over you, something like that. So they feel like, okay, they should be able to control me.
What about you, Grace?
Hey,
Be honest with us. Be honest with us.
to be very honest,
Yeah.
I just left one toxic relationship in
Wow.
May.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I just left one in May,
Wow.
and it was so draining.
Okay.
Like in fact, my skin color began to change.
Oh my God.
They were
Ah.
like, did you change your body cream? Did you do this? Did you do that?
Not
Yes.
knowing that
Yes.
because of him.
Yes, because of one. I don't want to call it useless, but it's actually useless. Useless one. It was so toxic. To talk to friends, it was difficult. If I should wear anything, I'm a makeup artist, of course,
Yeah.
and I believe that your partner should be your number one fan.
Definitely.
When you do
Your
anything,
best
you
friend, your
walk
number
on
one
someone's
fan.
face, send it to him. You should, oh baby, you did well. Oh no, this one first yeah. Don't see that the brows are not looking the same. You first see the flaws in what you did before any other thing, and it's not supposed to be. Your partner should be your number one fan. So it was so toxic for me, but I'm glad.
I'm happy you
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
accepted
I'm
it.
also glad.
I feel like actually I can relate to you. I was also in a toxic relationship, but I'm not gonna say anything about mine. Mine was too drastic. It was too excessive. To the past. To the past. But we actually understand and feel everything. So please, just one thing, like 1 to 2 things. Is there anything you can give viewers, like people that are in a toxic relationship, advice, solution? Tell them why they need to leave that relationship.
My dear, I would say that, well, the first option is not to leave.
Okay.
There are some toxic partners that at least God still help them. They still listen to you small before they will not listen again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's best that if you notice that your partner is the one that listens to you,
Yeah.
you can first dialogue, discuss.
Okay.
Okay, if this is what he does and you don't like, baby, you've been doing this thing, I don't like them, please can you like stop? Most of those people in those toxic relations, let me say this to you, they don't even know how to help themselves out of it. Reason being that they actually brought the trauma from their past relationship to the present one, hereby affecting their present relationship.
Okay.
Do we get it? So the first option is not to leave. It's not to leave at all. Just discuss first. After the discussion, give him 1 month. Think about the change. If he does not change, then you do what?
You leave.
You
Okay.
leave. Yes.
Okay.
Because of your own peace. So
Okay, what about you, Kwam?
There's this book I've been reading. The name of the book is Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. So
What
it
a
talks a lot.
weird topic.
So it talks a lot about how women and men are different.
Okay.
So, and there's a chapter in the book that talks about the emotional needs of men and women.
Okay.
So, and I feel there are a lot of things that he spoke about in the book that people don't know in general. They don't know that this is what they need. In fact, they don't know what they need in a relationship. Just feel like, okay, because other people are going into a relationship,
Yeah.
I should also go into a relationship
Okay,
because
it's
I want
like
to
following
belong.
the crowd.
Yeah. So you should try, before you go into a relationship, you should learn about what a relationship is.
Things
You-
that you want in that relationship. Things
you
that are
want-
meant to be
and
in that
and
relationship.
things you have to also give make efforts to make happen in that relationship
because
as well.
it's a equal
It's
thing.
it's a partnership thing, not something that you just expect that the person would be, be the one with the higher efforts in that
Okay,
relationship.
yeah.
So it has to be equal effort. Of course, talking about the roles is a different topic entirely. So, but you need to know what a relationship is about, and know what you want in terms of emotional needs, and to see if the person is someone that can give you that emotional needs before you get
Yeah.
into it. So,
Yeah.
as I say, prevention is much better than the cure of actually the cure of that toxic relationship. So, but
Okay.
if you are in that toxic relationship, one thing I would say is that you should try as much as possible to stand up for yourself.
Definitely.
Like she said, like Grace said, try to talk to the person, and if you feel the person is someone that listens, you should dialogue with the person. But if the person does not listen, then find your way out.
Okay. Thank you, Kwam. Do you have any other one
After
you want
all
to say?
Kwam said, even if you decide to leave the relationship, there is something we call the healing process.
Yeah.
Make sure you heal. Get over it before going into another, because you yourself leaving a relationship because your partner is toxic. If you don't get yourself healed or before entering another one, you'll be a toxic partner.
Yeah,
for your
actually.
relationship.
Actually.
So
Okay.
please.
Thank you so much, Grace and Kwam, for your time. Thank you so much for coming to this show. Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you for having
input.
us.
This
Thank
was
you
really
so
fun.
much.
This was really, really
Thank you for
fun for
having
me. Although we don't have much time, I would have loved to discuss it more. But for now, let's just end it here. I remain Dauda Tolulope, your host. Grace, Kwam,
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you
Have a
very much.
lovely day.
Thank
Bye.
you.
of purity. Fire, man.
Desperado, many, my amigo.